You know, you are such a fool.
An RV specially equipped for this autistic boy is at the center of a neighborhood dispute in Douglas County. Thank you for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Aristea Brady.
I'm Jeremy Hubbard. This is happening in Perry Park, a community that sits along the foothills southwest of Castle Rock. Lots of residents there own motorhomes, but perhaps only one family owns an RV for a medical reason. Fox 31 Denver problem solver Rob Low has the story of one family's fight to keep their RV for the sake of their son.
The Laughlin family moved to Perry Park from Greenwood Village to get away from the rules of HOAs. Perry Park doesn't have a homeowners association, but it turns out it does have an architectural control committee, which hasn't exactly welcomed a certain RV, no matter what benefit it may provide to a 12-year-old autistic boy.
I see you trying to smile.
William Laughlin is severely autistic.
Anybody want some juice?
The 12-year-old doesn't talk, though he can communicate through his iPad.
He's incredibly aware.
He's a lover of Disney films.
Brother Bear.
Who requires daily drops of medicine from his father.
He wants a kiss.
And constant motion. From his chair to his swimming pool, he almost always feels the need to be moving because of a sensory perception disorder. Thus, the headphones to block out background noises that distract him, and the RV parked on the side of the family's new house.
Well, this is what we do every day.
Several times a day, often in the middle of the night, William goes for a ride in the RV.
Oh, baby, you're happy.
Equipped with a bed, a TV, and his collection of Disney DVDs.
The motion, the vibration, it just calms him.
This is 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the morning. This satisfies him.
To say life with William is difficult is an obvious understatement, but his parents never predicted it would be compounded by a certain neighbor.
Are you being a bully?
I am not.
Do you think it's an eyesore?
Her truck? Yes, it was.
The RV?
Yes.
You think the RV is an eyesore?
I do.
Jim Cassidy is head of the Architectural Control Committee, which has bombarded the Laughlins with letters telling the family their RV violates neighborhood covenants, stating no recreational or trailered vehicles shall be placed and remain on the lot for more than 48 hours. Unless parked in a garage.
This doesn't bother me at all.
Hannah Laughlin points out half the neighborhood has RVs or trailers parked in their driveways.
My point is they have one. They have one. Down the street, 2 more have one.
In fact, we found this one practically across the street from Jim Cassidy's house.
But it's not reality. She's playing you for a fool.
Jim,
F-O-O-L.
why don't you have concerns about the other RVs?
We do. There are no other RVs in here.
Walk 100 yards, you see an RV across the street.
Where?
Come out with me.
I don't need to.
There's an RV 100 yards down the street on the left side.
Really? Where?
You've never... I just said 100 yards down the street on the left side.
Prove it to me.
Jim wouldn't walk with us, nor the Laughlins say, will he walk in their shoes.
And honest to God, I'd like to be driving a Ferrari, not an RV at 2 o'clock in the morning. This is not a choice.
He needs it. There's no compromise there.
While the ACC tells the Laughlins to store their RV off-site, their attorney tells the ACC in this letter the Federal Fair Housing Act requires an accommodation must be reasonable for disabled families.
You're a fool who's trying to make
So
it
if you
present
saw,
on TV.
whether it's from her attorney, or from God, if you saw the prescription from Children's Hospital, would that satisfy you?
Not necessarily.
Here's the prescription from Children's Hospital, which states, an emergency room visit is avoided by using the RV to drive William over rolling hills or bumpy roads, thereby satisfying his need for sensory input. And it is required to be on site as these meltdowns occur without provocation.
See those marks on his nose? Okay? Those marks are self-inflicted from an iPad, from his nose. You know, being a parent, watching your child hit his nose so hard it almost breaks. If this is all that it takes to keep that from happening, I do it 24/7.
You are being a dupe. How many times can I say it? This fellow is being a dupe.
Is the sky going to fall if she's allowed to have a medically necessary
Who
RV
cares?
for her 12-year-old?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're being a fool. Has it ever occurred to you that you don't know what you're talking about?
Has it ever occurred to you that you're being mean-spirited?
No.
The day after this interview, the third member of Jim's committee resigned. And a week later, Hannah hosted her neighborhood's National Night Out with police and firefighters.
And to say that, hey, it's okay, not all of us feel the way that some of the neighbors do, and we welcome you.
It didn't take long for Hannah to discover most of her neighbors were, in fact, neighborly.
Nice to meet you. Sarah lives right over there. I live right there. These are great people. We love them.
The Architectural Control Committee now says it can't grant a variance for the RV because no one is willing to volunteer for the vacancy on their committee. And they blame the Laughlins.
Meantime, we've learned the Department of Housing and Urban Development will announce in the next few days whether it's willing to investigate the ACC for violating the Federal Fair Housing Act. Rob Low, Fox 31 Denver.